And it's time for another matchup in the preliminary round of the Big Lager Championship. Yes, if you want to know what the best standard lager in a supermarket is, just the ones that you generally get kind of everywhere, then look no further. This is the place for you. So, let's have a little look, first of all, at the preliminary matchups that we have been going through. So, here they are. We've got the Galera versus the Corona. Galera won that. That's going into the draw. Pierre Deluxe beat the Rosa Blanca. The Heineken beat the San Marco. The Birra Italiana beat the Budweiser. That's going to be up now against the what was it called now? The Rossini from Aldi, which are comparable beers. Birra Italiana is like Peroni and the Rossini is like Peroni, so that will be interesting. And now we are on to another matchup. Now, this is the Birra Moretti versus Birra Bionda. We'll do that in a second, but let's have a little look where the winner of these two is going to slot in. So this is the second half of the table, and it's going to be up against the Champignols, if that's how you pronounce it, in the next round, whichever wins out of these two. So, without further ado, let's introduce you to the beers. So we have got the Birra Bionda from Lidl. It is essentially Lidl's version of Birra Moretti, and well, just happens to be against Birra Moretti's version of Birra Moretti. I've had these out of the fridge for a short bit of time, just so that they're not too cold, and they've warmed up perfectly now. There'll be a great little flavour, a great little temperature to get a good flavour on them. But yeah, we've got Birra Moretti, we've got Birra Bionda. It's quite warm today, so yeah, they are. Yeah, the labels are going strange. But anyway, there you go. So, Birra Bionda, what does it say about it? It is from Lidl. It is 4.6% ABV, and it doesn't really say much else. Does it say about who it's brewed by, or where it's brewed, or anything about it? It's imported, apparently. So we'd assume it was brewed in Italy, but it doesn't mean it's brewed in Italy just because it's imported. Yeah, it doesn't say anything else about where it was brewed, but all we know is it's imported, so it wasn't brewed in the UK. And Birra Moretti, let's have a look at this one. This is 4.6% ABV as well. And let's have a see. Does this say anything about where this was brewed? I don't think so. No, it doesn't say anything about where it was brewed. And funnily enough, I don't actually know where Birra Moretti is brewed. In fact, I guess it's brewed by Heineken. Did we know that? I didn't know that. It's consumer care at Heineken.co.uk. So I'm assuming that means it's brewed by Heineken, and it's Netherlands. The address. So yeah, what can I say? Yeah, so there we go. So I don't know where it's brewed, and looking like it's brewed by Heineken. And there you go, Birra Moretti. Authentic Italian lager against Birra Bionda, quite possibly more authentic Italian lager. But anyway, let's stop waffling. I'm going to get these cracked open and into glasses, and we will see what we think of them. Okay, beers poured, and here they are. So before we go any further, I will tell people at home which one is which, because I don't know. This is which one is which. Okay, that is which one is which. Now, heads dissipated a bit more quickly on this one than this one. I think it's getting a little bit wispier, the head on this one. This one's a little bit creamier. I am really not going to know which is which out of these two. I don't think. I don't know much about Birra Moretti. I don't drink it much. I know even less about Birra Bionda. I've never drank it before in my life. So this will be interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. So, let's take a look at them first. So, so they're both a similar colour, but this one has more bubbles flying up to the top than this one. This one seems to be quite still in comparison. I don't know if it's chill haze in a glass I can see, or whether they're a little bit cloudy. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, they're not 100% clear, but they are fairly clear. But at the moment that one looks a little bit more appetising than that one, just because it looks like it's got the right amount of carbonation. So, of course, how they look's not relevant. They're very, very similar indeed. We're going to start getting a nose on it. So it's going to be a 50-50 shot of which I think is which out of these two, but it's going to be about which I prefer when it comes down to it. So let's smell this one. So we're getting a bit of malt in that one. What else are we getting there? Bit of grassiness. It's okay. Not amazing. Some slight like orangey tangerine notes there. But I've got a fair bit of malt in the smell, I would say. And that's about it really for the smell. So let's go. So a bit of malt, bit of grassiness, possibly a little bit of orange. Okay, let's try this one. Oh no, that's different. It's got a slightly different nose to it. They're definitely different. So that's a little bit more fresh and fragrant, a little bit more kind of floral, a little bit of spice. Not as malty, a bit more like wafer. There is a little bit of lemon in there, possibly a little bit of orange. This one is giving a stronger aroma than this one, but I think I'm preferring the aroma on this one. So let's try them both. Oh yes, that's much stronger aroma. This aroma is a little bit more familiar. But I don't know whether that just means it smells like something else that I've had not long ago. Let's try this one again. It's got a slightly more crafty aroma, this one. And it is a little bit more florally, citrus flavours or citrus smells. But this is not really going to, it's not going to swing it either way. We're going to go for the taste. The taste is what's going to swing it. Going to go on this one first. Cheers. A little bit flatter this, or a little bit flat on the mouthfeel. It's quite thin. It's got a little bit flat mouth. I like a nice smooth mouthfeel. This is bordering on flat. There is a bit of carbonation there, but not a lot. None of those malty flavours none of those malty smells are translating into flavour. It's not particularly malty beer in flavour. In fact, I'm not getting much, to be honest. I'm not impressed. Whoever that is needs to stop. Okay. I'm going to try this one now. That one I really can't make head or tail out of that one at all. I'm going to try this one now. Cheers. So immediately I'm hit with bitterness on this one. There's a little bit of maltiness in the flavour. More bubbly on the mouthfeel. Not too fizzy. Some more of those kind of citrus notes possibly on the flavour. It's still quite a light flavour, but there's more to it. Not a massive fan of either of these, really, to be honest. I think they are a bit lacking, both of them. But this one's got some bitterness. And that's got a bit of a nice kind of crafty vibe to it. When you sort of hold it in your mouth a bit, and it's got a little bit of a finish as well. A little bit of a buttery finish. It has got quite a lot of bitterness compared to the other one. Yeah, the first thing it hits you is a dryness and a whack of bitterness, which this one doesn't really hit you with anything. Well, I'll have another go on this one and see
You bring it up to your lips and you can smell that maltiness and you're expecting something really good, and it could be. If that smell translated into the flavour, this could be a really good beer, but and it hits your taste buds and there's a tiny bit of maltiness right there in the background if you really search for it, but it's very, very thin. This one, you've got that bitterness, you've got a bit of waferiness in the flavour, a little bit of orange and tangerine. So that's it. This is definitely going through. There's a little bit of sweetness as well there. It's a bit bitter, a little bit of sweetness. Not bad. Not bad beer, that, actually. That's not too bad. Very interesting. Now, I said this one smelt familiar. So I've really no idea which is which out of these two. I really haven't. I'm just going off the smell alone. Yeah, going off the smell alone, I'm going to guess this is the Birra Moretti. And this is the Birra Bionda. Excuse me. And this is the Birra Bionda. Perfectly happy to be proved wrong. So this one's going through anyway. I think that's the Birra Bionda, just because, as I say, the smell for this was a bit more familiar. I can't remember what Moretti tastes like really at all. It's been a long time since I last had it. As I say, I've never had the Birra Bionda, so this will be very interesting to see whether I can tell which one's which out of these. But yeah, Bionda, Moretti, this one's going through. Let's come back in a minute and see if I was right. And I'm back, and well, how did it go? Well, let's have a see. So this one was the Birra Bionda, and this one was the Birra Moretti. So there we go. So yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely the same bit. I mean, by no means amazing, but it's certainly a lot better than this. This is, sometimes I like to prefer the Lidl and the Aldi ones, but this is significantly more watery than this one. Not a lot of flavour in that at all. It's a bit more fizzy from the bottle than it was. Not, but yeah, the beer, it's got bitterness, it's got more flavour, it is better than this one. So let's put the Birra Bionda down. So I didn't get them the right way around, but you know, why would I? I don't really know what either of these things taste like. But there we go. So the Birra Moretti is through to the first round of these. So this is it's just the preliminaries anyway. It's just got a spot in the draw. So that is going to be up against, I'd say, the Champignons now. So interesting to see who wins out of that. But Birra Moretti, it's not a bad beer. It's probably one of the favourites, to be honest, or one of the stronger beers in the competition, because this is bordering on the premium, and the Birra Moretti is bordering on that kind of premium level where you're talking about your Kronbackers and your, what else did I have in there, your Tiskis and things like that. Birra Moretti is pretty much almost up there, so this is going to be one of the higher ones, as opposed to something like Heineken, for example, or something like that. So you know, this one, it might do quite well. We'll have to see. I don't know. It's not bad actually. I mean, I've always been a bit of a fan of Birra Moretti. I've never thought it was particularly bad beer. I do like it. And it's good. It's decent. So there you go. So it's decent. It's through to the next round. It's against the Champignons. Be interesting if I remember the flavour for when I do that taste test to see if I know which ones which out of them two. But there you go. Birra Moretti through to the next round. Nothing more to say. Until next time, have a good one.